Hello, welcome back to Unposed. So far, this podcast has taken us on a journey to feel safe, to decide what's true, and to learn to trust ourselves. And my goal is that by the end of this series, you will understand more of who you are, love yourself more, and be able to live your life with confidence. But today, I want to ask you something. When is the last time you truly showed up for yourself? Oh, we women, we know how to show up. We know how to show up for other people. We know how to show up for things, events, our calendar, our household, our work, our friends. We know how to show up. It's like before we even realize it, all of our energy has been spent on so many things throughout the day that showing up for ourselves feels impossible. The day's already over. And I would even venture to say that when you do make space to show up for yourself, it feels like you have to squeeze it in, or it's rushed, or you feel selfish, or you feel guilty. So we know how to show up. Where it gets trickier is when we're trying to show up for ourselves. But what if I told you that's the most important piece? And what if I told you it didn't have to be overwhelming? It can start in small, simple steps. That's what we're going to talk about today. What happens when women show up for themselves? And later, I'm going to invite you into a 31-day challenge that I created to help you practice this realistically in your own life. So stay with me. In the Blush and Tease world, I work with tons of women who are starting to show up for themselves, right? They're already taking a step, whether it's their first time reaching out and they're like, this is something I think I want to do. I mean, shoot, even just hitting the follow button on my Blush and Tease Instagram is something going, I am interested in this. But as they reach out and email me and say, I want to do this, they're starting to show up for themselves. And then sure enough, shoot day, being in front of my camera, you are totally showing up for yourself. Now, I will say, I have a lot of clients who come to me, and when I ask why they want to do the shoot, they immediately go to something like, I'm doing it as a gift for somebody I love, whether it's an anniversary or a birthday. That is like their reason to step in front of my camera. And although I understand that these photos can be a great thing to give as a gift, I know for sure that this experience is for her. She's reaching out because she wants to see something in herself. And I can't wait to help her see that. I had a client who came to me and her husband was deployed. She is single mom in it, rocking it. I was so proud of her, but I definitely could see that guilt of being away from her kids that day. And also this piece of her that's tugging, going, but I know that there's so much more that I want to see in myself besides just holding down the fort and keeping it together and keeping the kids alive. So throughout her shoot, it was so fun to just watch her just glowing. She's looking at the back of the camera. She's seeing herself in this new light and realizing how incredible she is. We had such an incredible shoot. And as she was leaving, she gets dressed, she grabs all of her clothes, and she's headed out the front door of the studio. And she turned to me and she said, that's the first time I've felt like Casey in 4 years. I think it was 4 years. Her oldest is 4. Since she had kids, she hadn't felt truly like herself. And as she said that, I had to respond, did that make you any less of a mom? And she said, no. What a beautiful thing to realize that you can show up fully for yourself. And that doesn't take away from all of the other roles that you play. I had another client that during her planning meeting, we were chatting about just some things going on in her family. And one of her kids is struggling with some medical issues that just continue to go unanswered. And if you've ever been in that situation, you know how rough this is. She was telling me about how she was advocating for him, the phone calls, sitting on hold, calling again, showing up to these appointments. I mean, over and over and over, doing her own research when she's feeling like she's not getting enough information from the doctors. This woman was showing up for her son and for her family over and over and over. And I'm just looking at her and I'm like, how are you not just cracking? How are you not drowning? And when I asked her, she said, because I make sure and take care of myself too. She's like, whether it's a day off or a massage, whatever I need, I make sure that I can tap into that so that I can come back 100% and be the best advocate and mother that I can be. Again, knowing that for her to fully show up in this role, she has to first fully show up for herself. Today, I want to introduce you to another client who has really learned to show up for herself. It all started when she called me for a shoot, and she hasn't stopped since. I cannot wait for you to hear where it's taken her. Okay. Are you excited for this?
Very excited.
Okay. You are episode number 4. That means we're halfway.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
So excited for you.
Okay. I am so pumped to have you here. Will you do me a favor and introduce yourself to our listeners? Who you are, what you do. Just give me all the goods.
All right. Well, I am Angel. I'm 35. Mom of 3 crazy boys.
How old are your boys?
Almost 8, 6, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's a wild ride.
Yes. Hold on tight.
Oh, yeah. My youngest is my crash test dummy. He broke his arm a couple weeks ago, and it hasn't slowed him down at all. Yeah. 3rd big break in a year and a half. And I'm just like, no more.
Oh my gosh. The deductible's met again.
Again.
I hate that feeling.
It's not even March. Right there.
Can you tell me what you do for fun?
Oh, anything outdoors.
Okay.
Hiking, paddleboarding, hanging out with the kids. One of my best friends and I, we do tea nights. And so we'll just
That's so
sit and
fun.
drink tea and chit chat and
I love that.
laugh at ourselves.
Yeah, that is so important.
Yeah.
Please laugh at yourself. Do you remember the first time we met at your planning meeting?
I do.
So Angel has done 2 shoots with me. She's done a boudoir shoot with me, and then also what I call the unravel sessions, which are outside, which are really fun. But the first time we met, and honestly, there's this whole journey that we're going to go on with Angel, I feel like, the next little bit. And I want to start from the beginning because you showed up for that planning meeting.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to do a shoot in the first place?
I'd always wanted to, but just never felt comfortable in my skin enough to do it. And I had followed you on Instagram for 3 years prior to that. And I was like, oh my God, our pictures are so pretty. And I could never look like that. And that could never be me. And I had kids and then I lost a ton of weight. And then I was like, you know what? That absolutely could be me.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Yes.
And so I reached out to you and that we had that planning meeting. And the first time I met you was just, it was the best day of my life, honestly, because how you talked and just how you presented the journey that you help women walk through was just incredible.
Yeah. Well, and that was the question I was going to ask you because I know you had been following along. So you knew a lot of what I do. You saw my pictures.
Yes.
But when you sat down at the meeting, was that what you were expecting? Was it different?
I did not expect the pictures to come out the way they did. Honestly, for me, I was like, I could never look like that, even with all the edits and stuff. You need all the edits for mine.
There's not enough Photoshop in the world for me. Oh my God.
That was my thought process.
Yeah.
And, just through all of it, it was incredible.
Yeah. I just remember watching you be surprised by yourself.
Yeah.
Over and over. Yeah. It was in the meeting and I would ask a question and you would just kind of stop and there would be this space of oh, okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I've never been asked that question before.
And then the same thing when we were shooting or when you're picking outfits, it was just it was so fun to watch for it. I'm like, oh, Angel, this is going to be fun. Because I knew. That's the thing. Yeah. Everybody doesn't get it. You walk in the studio or you walk in for the planning meeting and I'm like, here we go. And you're just I don't know if this is going to work for me. And I'm like, okay, hold on tight.
I'm like, I know where the door is. I can run now.
Oh my gosh. So I remember you feeling guilty that you were doing something for yourself.
Yeah.
And you knew you wanted to do it. You've been following along. You've lost some weight. I'm doing this. But there was still kind of this nagging feeling of I'm doing this for myself and that's hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about mom guilt.
That's a great conversation.
And honestly, you can take mom out of it because I know that for so many people, when you show up for yourself, there is a piece of guilt that comes with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so did you ever in the time that we did the shoot say that you were doing the shoot for your husband?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Did that help? Did that help you go, I can do this because I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for somebody else.
It did, yes. Because in my head, I was like, oh, it's a gift for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But then the more I thought about it, and I still, to this day, I go back and scroll through my little picture album that she sent me. And I'm like, I did that for me.
Yeah.
It took a lot of courage for me to show up to the planning meeting or to even send you that first message. I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And then when I did it, and then meeting you, and then all the planning, like, it was so much fun. And then when we showed up for shoot day, I was like, this is it. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm doing this for somebody, but this is for me.
Yeah. I try to like shift people's perspective right away because some
Yeah.
people come to me and they're like, it is for an anniversary, a birthday, a
Yeah.
wedding. And I'm like, okay, great. The pictures can be for that.
Yeah.
But this experience is for you.
Yeah.
And you are about to grow so much and learn so much about yourself. But I do think that sometimes that piece of guilt, if we can put it on somebody else,
Right? Makes it easier.
if we can blame someone else, it makes it easier to show
Yeah.
up.
After doing that, I feel like that like kicked off my confidence.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what I needed because I've gone so many places in my life since then
Yeah, you
that
have.
have been terrifying, but it's like I am badass. And the words that you had me come up with,
Yes.
badass, bold, and resilient. Like
I
I
love that
have
you
those
remember them.
written on my mirror, and
Yeah.
so I see them every day.
Yeah.
And there's a little quote that you had said. You were like, "Fuck it, just do it."
I didn't say that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's written on my mirror. Fuck it, just do it. Heart, Adina.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so, and for anybody that doesn't know, when you do the Blush and Tease experience, which actually I think we did it for Unravel too,
Yeah.
we do pick words. And the goal behind that is we come into it going, this is what I want to see. And sometimes that's like straight white teeth, perfect body. Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
spray tan,
Yeah.
you know, like all of these things that
Yeah.
we think is the standard for beautiful and confident and
Yeah.
sexy. And I like to just like shake that etch a sketch and go, no, no, no.
Yeah.
What is the definition of that for you?
Yeah.
And so your 3 words were?
Badass, bold, and resilient.
Yeah. And so now when you can lean into that, that's when you feel confident. It's not when your clothes are fitting perfectly or when, like, no, when you show up as that woman, that makes you feel more confident.
Exactly.
And it's just a very cool thing. Again, like you showed up for some pretty pictures and it was like, we're going to talk about some other things.
It's a whole internal journey that
Yeah.
I was not prepared for.
And I feel like watching so many of my clients, I get to watch them grow as they learn to show up for themselves. But you are like the golden child for me. Like watching from the outside, I'm like, she's just freaking doing it and continuing to do it. But tell me, when you think back before you started showing up for yourself, what did that look like for you?
I did what I could to fit in. Because to me, if I didn't do what everybody else wanted me to do, I was just going to be left.
Okay.
And like, I wasn't worth it enough for people to hang around, to hang out with me.
Okay.
And so I had to change my likes and my interests to do what other people wanted and kind of like a yes person or a people pleaser type thing.
Yeah.
And when I started separating myself from that and being like, no, like this isn't making me happy. I need to be there for me.
Yeah.
Then that shift started and it was amazing because like I'm not a yes person anymore.
Yeah. That's incredible.
And I'm not the people pleaser. And like, if you don't like me, you don't like me. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty cool person, but
I always say I'm a recovering people pleaser.
yeah, pretty much.
It's like, that's what I used to be. And I do tend to like lean that way sometimes.
Yeah.
But there was a time that I got a bunch of people together and it had to do with work. I think it was like clients and my team and all of that. And I was heading to this, I don't know if it's a happy hour or what. And I remember feeling so like anxious and nervous. And I was in like therapy at the time. And, you know, I had my therapist voice in the back of my head, like, your body is reacting to something,
Yeah.
right? Because I was like shaking and I was like, I'm excited to see these people.
Yeah.
Like, what is, and then like that hit me. And it's this, I call it the chameleon thing where it's like, I can, when I'm with somebody, be this. And when I'm with somebody, I can be this. And
Yeah.
it's a very cool thing. And it actually works really well for my business because when
Yeah.
my clients come to me, like, let me match your energy.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
think it's fun. But on a day where I'm just trying to enjoy myself, I'm like, Adina, who are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like, I'm going to take the best versions of all these and be that.
like, this is weird. And it is that people pleasing sort
Uh-huh.
of thing. And that was just, it was an easy thing for me to be like, okay, no, these people all love me for who I am no matter what. Like and I never show up as this drastically different person.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was just kind of like, how do I make them all
Yeah.
happy?
Exactly. Yeah.
And it was like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like they're literally just coming because they want to.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. You're like, are you happy?
right.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
It's wild. So many times, my people pleasers out there, you think that by fitting into that person's box or checking that person's list off,
Mhm.
that you're making them happy, which in turn will make you happy,
Yeah.
right? As long as everyone around you is happy, you'll be
Yeah.
happy. And that's not the case. If
Oh,
you're living
absolutely
like
not.
that, I just want you to know that there is something more out there for you.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's I'm trying to teach that to my kids now. It's like,
Hmm.
no, you don't have to be everybody's friend.
Yeah.
Like, if you are happy in your little self or your adult self, wherever you are in your life, if you're happy, that's all
Yeah.
that matters.
Yeah. And
And
the people around you should support that,
exactly.
and even when there is hard shifts sometimes, which
Yeah.
sometimes there is,
Mhm.
and sometimes it rocks the boat.
Big time. Big
You're
time.
like, my boat is rocking. Oh my gosh. What do you think was the hardest thing about being that version of Angel when you knew that there was so much more out there for you? Or did you know that?
I knew there was more out there for me. I just didn't know how to get there.
Okay.
Like, I could see that person. I could see that angel on the other side, and I was like, "I really like her. She seems really cool."
Yeah.
And I know I could be that person. I just don't know how to get there.
Yeah.
And then once I started, I was like, "Oh god, this train isn't slowing down. It's full forward."
Oh,
So,
but that's amazing
yeah.
and so freaking hard.
Yeah, it is very hard, but it's been a super bumpy road along the way, but it's been well worth it.
Yeah. Do you remember a moment or some moments that things shifted for you?
I would say the photo shoot was the shift for me
Okay.
of the, like, I am a badass.
Yeah.
I'm not just a pretty face. I have the knowledge and the background to go with it. I have life experience,
Yeah.
and that's what makes you that badass
Right.
or being that bold person. And then just the ability to show up for yourself is huge.
Yeah.
Like, that was the kickoff for me, and then there's been certain points through my life that in the last year or so that have really shown me that, like, I can do this. Like,
Yeah.
it's hard, but the journey's been awesome.
Yeah. One of the things I really push my clients towards is finding moments to be in touch with yourself
Mhm.
and learning your own voice, how to
Yeah.
listen to her and give her time. Because sometimes we just shut that door
Yep.
because I don't have time to listen to her and I don't
Yep.
want to deal with the consequences of not listening to what she's
Exactly.
asking for.
Yep.
I'm sorry that
Yeah.
inside Adina, we're so mean to you. Do you feel like that you have learned that in the past few years of finding your own voice and trusting her, getting to know her?
Yes.
Can you give us any insight to like how you learned that or just do you have practices that you do? Like to give us some insight because I'm telling you, when you guys hear the plot twist of what she's been up to in the last year, I want to know how you did it.
I just jumped in and committed.
Okay.
Honestly, that was the biggest thing for me because I was like, if I keep shying away from her and stop listening or putting it off and acting like she's not there and going the safe route, because there's the like dangerous, like, this could be a lot of fun route, or there's the like, oh, this is safe, this is normal, this is familiar, I'm comfortable here.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not comfortable really being there anymore. I want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me has just been not listening to the like, oh, that's too much for you.
Oh, I like that.
Because I have that voice in my head many days where it's like, that's too much. That's more than you can like that's a bigger bite than you can handle right now. And
Right.
I'm like, you know what? I've handled bigger stuff. Let's go for it. Let's see
Watch
what
me.
happens.
Watch me.
Exactly. And that has been my motto for years. I've had so many people in my life tell me that I'm not going to amount to anything or do anything with my life. And that's been it. It's been watch me.
Yeah.
Watch me succeed. You don't think I'm going to? Watch me.
Yeah. Yeah. So you started the train
Yep.
and then it just starts barreling and you have to
Yeah.
jump track if you don't want to do it anymore. And you're just like, I'm not
Exactly.
going to.
Yeah.
No matter how hard it is, I'm going to stay on
Because
this.
even though it's hard, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Like, the showing up for myself part and being happy has been the biggest thing for me. I wasn't happy in that comfort realm that I was in.
Right.
And so, oddly, like, I'm very happy being uncomfortable.
I think it's Brene Brown quote, and she's like, you have to choose courage or comfort.
Mhm.
And there are times that, like, just pick comfort. Like,
Yeah.
you need a day off.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's definitely not like every time you have to pick courage.
Yeah.
But when you look at it and you're like, I'm faced with the decision, am I picking courage or comfort? And am I okay with that? I don't want to ask myself that question, but
Yeah.
it keeps you on the track, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Absolutely.
Oh
And,
my
like,
gosh.
my other word was resilient, and the definition of that is the ability to bend without breaking.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
And so I always joke, I'm like, "I must be a contortionist 'cause,
Mhm.
like, I'm awful resilient
Yeah.
lately."
Yeah. You're like, "I can go any direction here, and I am
Right?
not gonna break."
Exactly.
A really fun thing that I'm gonna talk about is the 31-day challenge that I did.
I loved that.
I'm putting it into, like, a PDF downloadable thing that anybody can do
Awesome.
whenever they want. Unfortunately, they won't get text from me every morning, but
I love
did I ever tell you the
text.
story about the text?
No.
Okay, so I set the whole the whole thing up, and I was really excited, and I was like, "Oh, I'll have, like, 10 people do this, I'm sure, and it'll
Yeah.
be great." And then I had more than 10 people do it, and so 2 days before it started, I was like, "I need a text
Yeah.
platform
Oh,
where I schedule it, and it goes out,
yeah.
and they can interact with me if they want." Like, they make these things,
Oh,
for businesses. Like, I need that. I went on a couple of them, checked pricing and all of that, and I, like, applied for it or whatever,
mhm.
and because I used my Blush and Tease website, they denied me because of adult content. And I was like,
What?
I am not texting these women like naked photos. Like, I'm trying to encourage them to show up for
Oh my
themselves.
gosh.
So we're like the day before, and I'm trying to find a different, and it's like that was New
Funny.
Year's Eve because it was
Right.
January. And I'm like, what? So finally I was like, well, I will be waking up at 6 a.m.
Oh
every morning for the next 31 days and
my
texting all these
gosh.
people because I was like, I will, like, I'm doing it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going all in, and I'm
That's
so excited for
so
this for these
funny.
women. But I was just like, every morning I get up and I'm like,
Talk to text.
exactly. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. But anyways, the 31-day challenge was
Oh.
something that I put together. And honestly, it came from meeting so many clients like you that they wanted to do the work, but they weren't sure how to do it.
Mhm.
Show up for myself.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? How would I even start?
Yeah.
Practical ways that you can do it. And some of them were very easy, some of them were harder. And it's funny, for some people, they're like, I love that one. And for some people, are like, that was really hard for me. Do you remember any that you loved?
Mm.
Any of the challenges that you loved?
I loved all the little ones, like the go buy yourself flowers
Yep.
and just, like, look at yourself in the mirror and give yourself a compliment.
Yeah.
And those ones I really loved because I would do that with my kids.
Yeah.
And they would get all into it. They're like, "Well, mom, we need to buy you flowers too." So we walk out of there with like arms full of flowers. I'm like, "I don't know where we're putting these, but let's go." So
Oh, I love
we'd all
that.
stand in the mirror, lined up, giving each other compliments. And
That's
it was
such a beautiful
great.
thing.
I loved it.
Well, and those little things, again, they're just little practices
Yeah.
that I always say with confidence. It's like if you aren't flexing that muscle, if you're not using it,
Yeah.
then even if you walk away from a blush and tea shoot and your confidence is sky high, 2 years from
Mhm.
now, if you haven't continued to work that muscle,
Yeah.
you're going to be like, where did that go?
Yeah.
I missed that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Because there were definitely times after that shoot that I was like, "Oh, I want to do that again so bad. I need that confidence boost." And then I look at the pictures and I'm like, "Oh, that does it."
Yeah. Well, and again, you lean into your 3 words still.
Mhm.
And because of that, I think you are flexing your confidence muscle because you're like, no, I am still this angel, even when my hair and makeup's not done and I'm,
Yeah.
straddling the blue chair looking fantastic. It's like the end of the day and
Yeah.
you're in the mess of it. And it's still, if those words can ring true to you,
Yeah.
then you still feel that
Yeah.
confidence. So tell me, so from the time I met you, major people pleaser, trying to step out of it, she gets on the train. You did you did an unravel shoot with me. You did the 31-day challenge.
Yeah.
You literally started showing up for yourself in every area of your life, very
Yeah.
different than you were before we met.
Absolutely.
So tell me where that has taken you.
Oh gosh. So, uh, like I told you in the planning meeting, I was a paramedic for a long time leading up to that, working in Denver, being busy, and I learned the confidence of Angel the paramedic, and then confidence of Angel the mom having kids, and then this really kicked off the like Angel the confidence, like in just Angel,
Yeah.
and that helped me see that there was more in life that I wanted that I wasn't getting.
Okay.
And
Yep.
I wanted to be happy. And so I took the plunge and applied for a police officer position, and I got it. And I went through police academy, and that rocked my world
Yeah.
more than I thought it was gonna. Um, but those 3 words, badass, bold, and resilient, carried me
Freaking perfect
through
for that.
academy, from
Yeah.
getting tased to pepper spray day to like I was the only female in my academy
Dang.
and the oldest person there. and I kicked everybody's butt.
Yes.
So just being able to like see myself and then I'm like, I am a badass.
Yeah.
Like this is really awesome.
Yeah.
And it's just been it's been an amazing ride. It's been wild, it's been hard, but it has been amazing.
Yeah.
And like I accredit you to all of my success lately.
You're like, there's this photographer.
Yeah. No, there's Adina.
No, you
I
showed
have little
up.
Adina's voice in my head.
I will be that voice for
I
as
love
long
it.
as I can be. But you have done the work and
Yeah.
it is such a freaking cool thing. You just graduated last month? Is that right?
Graduated March, yep.
Yep.
And I started field training and I've done really well in it. My field trainers are all really impressed with me and my drive and everything. And it's been amazing.
That is
And I'm so happy because like
huge.
before, I never thought I could do that
Yeah.
because I was like, yeah, it'd be a cool job to have one day. Like, yeah, it'd be cool. Did I ever think I could actually do it? No.
Like, did Angel believe in Angel? No.
No.
But
She
she's
did it
just
anyway.
gonna do it anyways.
Yeah. No, the long days of studying, the crazy like PT sessions we had,
Yeah.
all the shooting, the driving,
So much
that kind
work.
of stuff. So much work.
Were there ever moments that you felt like you wanted to like fall back into old patterns?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it was that I was comfortable in my old job. Like I had seniority.
Yes.
I was finally
You
making
knew what you were
ish
doing.
good money.
Yeah.
I could make my own schedule. And I just took that basket and flipped it upside down. And I was like, well, let's go.
Like, can we go back to that
Yeah,
part? But you
right?
knew. Like,
Yeah. And then once I was in the middle of it, I was like, it's too late to turn around. And I'm not a quitter.
yeah.
Like, I can't quit now.
Yeah.
I have my kids looking at me being like, Mom, you're so cool. You're a police officer and you're going to go catch bad guys.
You had like the best
I
cheerleaders ever.
absolutely did.
Well, and like you said, going into it, being the only woman, being the
Mhm.
oldest, you're like, oh, nope, I'm not
Yeah.
stopping now.
Exactly.
Even if I quit once I get out.
You're right.
Finish it. Do you ever have to tell yourself that? Like, let me just get there and then we can have another
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. I'm like, let's just make it to graduation and then we'll revisit the do I want to quit conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Because right before all of Academy, my grandmother had passed away.
Okay.
And she was such a huge part of my life. And she was there when I did my Chiefs interview.
I was just going to say, did she know you were doing
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And she was so supportive and she was just so proud of me.
Oh, that's so
And
cool.
I remember the night she got flown from Platte Valley Hospital down to St. Joseph's Hospital right before she died. She was telling the flight medic, she's like, Angel is going to be a cop. She's going to be the best police officer out there on the force. And she's such an amazing woman. I'm so proud of the Angel that she's become. And I'm just like,
Oh my gosh.
so it makes me tear up just
Yeah.
thinking about it. And
Yeah.
like I have felt her with me through all of this.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's been incredible.
Oh,
So
that's so cool. Like just to have her voice just cheering you on. Obviously, going through the academy is a lot of time, energy. Did you ever feel that like guilt of doing something for yourself creep in, or were you able to separate yourself from that?
oh, it was guilt every day. More the mom guilt because I was like, I'm taking this time away from my kids.
Yeah.
I'm missing little parts of their life. I'm missing them growing up.
Yeah.
But I am creating a better life for myself,
Yeah.
which in turn is going to be a better life for them.
Yeah.
And that's kind of been my driving force through a lot of it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I feel like that's one of the hardest things with people who are going through trainings or investing in. You're doing it also for the betterment of so many other people.
yeah. It's
Like,
not just me.
no, absolutely not. You are in a service to others. This is a huge thing, and we cannot thank you enough for it.
Yeah.
And yet, it's like you still are like, and I feel guilty for getting up and going to do this for everybody else.
Right.
Wait a minute. But like you do, because
Yeah.
you know that it's something that you wanted, that
Mhm.
and you got to get up and walk away from your kids to go
Yeah.
do that training. And so you're like,
Yeah. And
This
then
is
you get
freaking hard.
home and you're worn out from the day of training and the kids are so excited to see you and all they want to do is like love on you and be on you and you're like, I just need 5 minutes. Just
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so
well, and that kind of goes back to not going, that makes me a bad mom
exactly.
because I made a choice. Now I don't have energy for my kids. No, that's not the truth.
No.
You shift that. I do need a few minutes before you climb
Yeah.
all over me. And that's okay
Exactly.
because this is where we are in life right now.
Yeah.
And just giving yourself that grace.
Yeah. And then being able to voice that too. Because before I would just shut down and be like, all right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to just if I quiet down and make everybody happy, then that's fine. But now finding my voice of like, this is what I need
Yeah.
has helped so much.
Yeah. And what a beautiful thing to be teaching our kids. I think that for me,
Yeah.
when I started therapy and like realizing I'm now teaching my kids that you're allowed to say that.
Yeah.
Like you're allowed to say, this is actually how I'm feeling and what I need. And we can have a
Mhm.
conversation about it instead of just like, this is the box that I have to fit into.
Yeah.
And that is my only option,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard work though.
It is. It's so hard.
I do think that once you learn your voice
Yeah.
and you start listening to her and giving her space to be honest, and then you start showing up for her, then she starts to trust you.
Mhm.
I mean, the conversation we just had about trusting ourselves with the last episode, it's so hard to learn to trust yourself, whether you've broken your own trust over and
Mhm.
over or you've just never given yourself the voice.
Yeah.
Like it is
That's
so
been
hard.
yeah.
The hardest thing about fighting for what you know is supposed to be yours. You see it and you hear it and you know it's supposed to be yours. Why is it so hard to fight for that?
I think the biggest thing for me in all of that is the fear of losing the things you had before.
Okay. Yeah.
Because once you step up for yourself and you start demanding better for yourself and knowing that you deserve better, there's so much around you that was hinged on the old person you were.
Yeah.
And a lot of that, those people aren't willing to step up and support you in the person you are now.
Yeah.
And so, because you're not able to meet them where they're at anymore and meet their needs and their demands, they're like, I don't like this. And so they
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you've built that strength in yourself. I'm better than that. I don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
Like I am going on to bigger and better things. And that for me, that has been the biggest thing through all of this, especially like the finding my voice and being like, no, this is what I need. This is what makes me happy now. Another big change in my life is I recently am filing for divorce.
Yeah.
And it's because I want to be happy. And the things and the person I was before isn't making me happy anymore.
Yeah.
And so when you're able to stand up and fight for yourself and see that this person that you now want to be is the person you were always meant to be,
Yeah.
it it makes a lot of changes.
Well, yeah. And I love what you said. Taking the first step, the fear is everything's going to change.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I almost don't want to come off starting with that, but sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You feel like it's a little step, but everything is about to change.
Yeah.
And it can be scary.
Yeah.
And like you said, you could lose people, you
Yeah.
could lose things, and you will gain people
Yeah.
and you will gain things. And your life won't look like it does right now.
No.
And that's good.
It is very good, yeah. And you'll have some people in your life that have seen that person long before you saw that person, like how you did with me.
Hmm.
Like, you saw that angel in me long before I did.
Yeah.
And so then you have people that help you through that journey, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I saw this coming all along." And you're like, "Wait, what?" News to me. Thanks.
That's so funny. There was something going on there, and like you could have
Yeah.
tipped me off a
Yeah.
little bit, Adina. Juice. No.
Like, trigger warning, I don't know, something.
Oh my gosh. No, I love that. Actually, when I did my behind the scenes video forever ago, my lovely videographer, I love her so much. I was trying to explain to her what I do, and like you just don't get it unless you're there, you know? And so we planned the whole shoot. And she showed up the day of, and I had 3 past clients come in and like model for the videos. And she did all these beautiful behind the scenes videos. And she sent me a video later that night. And she said something like, I get it now. Watching you with those women, it's like you see something in them that they don't even know they have.
Mhm.
And you get to show them that. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's exactly what I want to do for the rest of my life.
I love
Forever and ever, ever.
because it's so true.
Where do you still fight the battle for showing up for yourself? Obviously, you have more changes in your life coming day by day.
I think there's some days I fight the motivation to really do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's the balance of mom guilt of like, I need to get up and I need to go work out so I can like do the job and be prepared. But at the same time, I just want to sit on the couch and snuggle with my kids.
Yeah.
Or there's laundry to do, or there's house stuff that needs to get done. So I think for me, the struggle is letting things go. Controlling what I can control now, and the things I can't control right now can just wait for another day.
Yeah. When you do have to continue to be like in tune to your own voice. right?
Yeah.
Because there are some days that maybe that is what you need. And then there are some days that you're like, Angel, get up and do this.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Like I had this really, really slow season. It was probably like 6 months of being really slow. And I got so good at like getting my workout in every day and like meal
Yeah.
planning. And then I got really busy and it was the first thing to go.
Yeah.
And I was like, that actually was such a beautiful piece that I was
Yeah.
able to implement in my life and I miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah, give yourself grace, but also for me, it was like, no, you figure out how to get that back in
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, and then the days that it doesn't happen,
Yeah.
again, you just go, okay, we're all right.
Cool.
But you have to be in tune with yourself. What do they say? They say like, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will do it for you.
Yeah.
Right. So if you aren't doing that check-in of like what you need
Yeah.
and making sure that that is how things are playing out, showing up for yourself,
Yeah.
trust makes you trust yourself.
Yeah.
Like all of these pieces, sometimes they just feel like fluffy words.
Yeah.
But it's literal steps forward
Yeah.
in
It's
a
like a
direction.
full systems check.
Yeah.
Like pilot doesn't start flying a plane until they do a full systems check from nose to tail.
Yeah.
And I try and do that with myself.
Showing up for ourselves changes constantly. It evolves. It's
Yeah.
work. Yeah. For the person listening to this who feels guilty, even like thinking about showing up for themselves, because I can picture them all in my head right now. One of these days when I finish the podcast,
Mhm.
I'm going to let everybody listen to it because there are certain people that I know will listen to the whole thing that I've had
Yeah.
their face in my head the whole time. And I'm going to be like, just so you know, I saw you the whole time. Just kidding. I won't do.
love
I
it.
might do that actually. Anyways, for the person who feels guilty even thinking about doing something for themselves, showing up for themselves, what would you say to her? It's the angel before she
Oh.
booked the shoot. It's the person who just started listening to this podcast and going, I didn't know this was a possibility for me.
Yeah.
Like starting from scratch, that first little dig in the dirt, what would you say to her?
Embrace it and don't stop.
Yeah.
Because it's the craziest and most wild ride you'll ever go on, but it is the most rewarding thing ever.
Yeah.
And you'll learn things about yourself that you didn't think were possible. Diamonds are forged in fire.
Yeah.
And you have to walk through some fire before you get to the other side. And once you do get to the other side, it's absolutely incredible because you can look back at that person and be like, why was I ever that person?
Yeah.
Why did I let that be me for so long?
Yeah.
And I get mad at myself for it. But then I'm like, you know what? I had to be that person for that time to be the person I am now.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't, if I was just like this all the time, I wouldn't appreciate it as much as I do now.
Right.
But I think once you get into it, just go for it.
Yeah.
Rip the Band-Aid off and just embrace it as much as you can.
Yeah. You know what I'm kind of imagining? We say like you fit into a box, right? That's how people
Mhm.
pleasing is. Let me fit in this box and then everyone will be happy.
Yeah.
As we learn to like knock down a wall of the box and maybe it only opens up
Yeah.
another tiny little box, but then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, this is over here. And it was hard to knock the wall down, but now you have more space to live.
Exactly.
And then as you continue to go, I wonder what's in this room and knock that wall down.
Yeah.
And sure, some of them you're like, that's not the room for me.
I know, right?
But like you say, I think back about that angel
Yeah.
and you're kind of sad for her, right? Or mad at
Yeah.
her for like, what are you doing? Why are
Yeah.
you holding me back? But that's the box she had.
Yeah.
And that woman, she knows different.
Yeah.
Down in her heart, she knows different.
She
And
just
that's-
didn't think the other one was attainable.
Yes. Yeah.
And now that she's like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I want more.
Yeah.
I
And
want
as
more.
you learn what that more means for you, you grow.
Yeah.
Which calls you into even more.
Exactly.
And it's
Yeah.
hard and it's beautiful.
It's the best journey that I've ever been on.
Yeah. So embrace it and keep going. This is Angel's voice to you.
Yeah.
Don't get on the train.
Just ride that crazy train.
Gonna barrel through some things. It's just gonna be great.
Right.
I am so proud of you.
Thank
I am
you.
so freaking proud of you. When I like started the list of the episodes and I was like, what would happen if women show up for themselves? I was like, Angel, like, duh. I want to know what's happened in your brain in the last few years that has put you in this place that if we put her side by side, I mean, you have,
I'd be the same.
I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud of you. You are such a inspiration to watch. And I'm freaking your biggest cheerleader. You have no
Oh,
idea.
Thank you.
So I'm so glad I got to
appreciate
introduce
that.
my
I know.
listeners to you. And I know now your voice will be in their head. And that's what I want from this, is for this to just grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
And for our voices to be in each other's heads and encourage each other and hold each other up, because
women need to be better cheerleaders for other women.
Yeah.
It's so hard in today's day and age.
Yeah.
Especially with like just how society is and the moms and everything. It's just hard because there's that very much set in that old way of like, oh, the woman is supposed to like make the house and raise the kids and do all of that. And that's not realistic anymore.
Right.
And like you can show your kids that like you can be badass and you can do hard things and show up for yourself and do the things you need to do.
Yeah.
To be the best version of yourself that you can be.
And you get to create this life that you're so proud of.
Yeah.
And so happy in.
Yeah.
And not easy.
No, not easy.
I always have to go back to that, because like, we're not talking fluffy lives here where we just get to do whatever we want. We're talking about showing up over and over and over to create a life that we never imagined that we would have.
Yeah.
And that's where you're at.
And then being able to share it with people like you has been so incredible for me.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're in my life.
Oh, I love it. Thank you for doing this with me.
No, thank you. This has been awesome.
Oh, amazing. Oh my gosh. Thank you again, Angel, for coming and sharing your story with us. It's so funny, when we started that interview, I was like, will you save the plot twist? Because I've been cheering her on all along, but I wanted you to feel where she started, because now she just like exudes this show up for herself, confidence, and stepping into it. And I was like, but wait, we have to start with the Angel that I first met. And her story is just so incredible, and I'm so proud of her. We're going to jump into our song suggestion. You know, I do this every week. I love music. I love lyrics. And this one is no different. I do have kind of a funny story that goes with this one. When my friend Anastasia and I went and saw Caitlin Tarver, which I already talked about in one of the episodes, we walked into the little space where she was playing, and I saw all of her merch. And she had this like crew neck hoodie, dark green. I was like, oh, that's mine. But huge, like across the chest, it said quitter. And I was like, won't be buying that one or wearing it. At the time, I had never heard her song, Quitter. And that's the song we're going to talk about today. I love it because it throws you off a little bit. And actually, even in my conversation with Angel, she was like, I will not quit. And here I am saying that the song we're going to talk about today is Quitter. Head over to wherever you listen to music and look up Caitlin Tarver, Quitter. Listen to the lyrics. One of my favorite parts, which I think is the chorus, says, it's kind of nice to be a quitter, given up on who I thought I had to be. Honestly, I'm not even bitter. Looking back, I only lost what I didn't need. So of course that hoodie went home with me, and I wear it so much that at this point, like the screen printing is all cracked. So I can't even wear it like and feel cute. When I wear it, I will have people look at me and make a comment like, oh, would you quit? You know? And what I usually try to respond if I'm feeling witty is that I quit people pleasing. And the amount of times that people are like, oh, that's good, cracks me up. When I first got the hoodie, my parents had come to visit, and I mean, like any parent, they would never want their kid to like walk around being like, I'm a quitter. And I remember my dad's response to seeing it, and he was like, I think at one point he said, I don't like that sweatshirt. And I'm like, Dad, you just don't get it. You just don't get it. And nobody gets it, right? And that's why it's kind of funny. But go listen to the song. I hope you enjoy it. It's a little spunky, like Caitlin Tarver is, and I hope you can lean into the whole not people pleasing, showing up for ourselves. This song is just so much fun. Before I wrap it up, I want to talk to you about the 31-day challenge. You just heard Angel's story, and she is exactly who I had in mind when I created this. I see it all the time. Women who are constantly showing up for everyone else, but feel disconnected from themselves. Women who know they want more, but feel guilty even thinking about it. So I wanted to create something that helps you actually practice showing up for yourself until it becomes who you are. The goal of this challenge is simple, but so powerful: to help you hear your own voice again, to help you get to know yourself on a deeper level, to carve out time for what you need and want without guilt, and to start feeling confident in who you are from the inside out. Some days it might look like intentionally slowing down to watch the sunset, seeing the colors and the shadows and the stillness. Other days, it might be brainstorming to add something to your morning that will help you feel more grounded and present. And there's one challenge, I think it's my favorite, maybe just because I'm a photographer, where I ask you to find a favorite photo of yourself. The reason that we do that one and what comes out of it is more powerful than you think. This isn't about becoming something new. It's about coming back to yourself. So if you've been feeling that pull, like this quiet voice that's telling you that something needs to shift, this is a place to start. The 31-day challenge is available now, and you can start anytime you're ready. And honestly, if you're still listening, I think you know you already are. You can find the link to download it in the show notes. 31 days, one commitment to show up for yourself. One last thing. I heard somebody say that confidence comes after action. Think about that for a second. Confidence comes after action. That is so hard. We really want the confidence to show up first to push us through the action. Don't wait until you feel ready. Show up for yourself. That step will start a ripple effect that you can't even imagine, and it's worth it.